Hello guys, this is Ratu498 and this is part 5 of my Going for the Gold 10 star series. In this is where I get to level 5, so here I get to 5 stars. In this game I didn't have my unrestricted camera on, so it was a little bit awkward for me really, because I don't really play without it. So anyway, my build, I got 3 Naji monks, 2 Yari Ashigo, bow monk, a Nationality Warrior Monk Cav, a Bow Cav, and 2 Nationality Attendants. And see, I'm just kind of moving my camera around. I'm sorry about the camera work, I really am. My opponent's got a couple of bow units, about 3 bow units, I believe. A few spears, a couple of swords, and some matchlocks, and a cav unit as well. So he's got a pretty standard build. So my bow cav are going in, they're going to get shot. And I'm just basically moving up the rest of my army. These bow cav I'm just attacking his bow units with. Even if I don't kill them, the idea is the bow cav are cheap enough, and my other cav are going to go in and attack them as well. The idea is basically not just to kill them, but to stop them from firing. It's just as effective stopping a unit of bows from firing as it is killing them, because their only job is to kind of, shoot at you. So if you're stopping them from shooting at you, they might as well be dead anyway. So it didn't really matter too much whether I killed them, as it turned out. I think I probably did kill them both, yeah. But it didn't really matter whether or not I killed them both. It made no difference at all. So I'm just going to literally run forward at this guy now. My cav are going to go and attack his general in the rear. I'm going to send my 2 Yari Ashigo in. My general's got a bow on him, so he's going to be firing off. I hit the spear wall, I believe, and my Naji monks are going to go in. And this is just basically a very, very standard kind of rush army. A few decent units. So I've got the 3 monks, which are decent units, 2 units to kind of like hold, which are my 2 Yari Ashigo. A bow unit, just to take out any bow units that he's got in the rear that I might not be able to get to. And a cav unit for hammer and anvils as well. It's a decent cav unit though. It's a pretty good cav unit. And also a few Nationality Attendants just to guard the bows and guard my rear and stuff like that. So this is basically a very, very plain rush army. If you're going to bring, you've got to kind of like decide before your battle what kind of army you're going to bring and what kind of tactics you're going to use. You want to kind of use your own tactics and play your own game. You don't want your opponent to dictate the battle for you. You want to be the person that's dictating the battle. My cav's just going to kill off this guy's general, and that's going to be the end of this guy. So basically, before battle, decide whether or not you want to play it very aggressively or a little bit more defensively, and make sure you take a build to do that. And don't worry about what your opponent's build is. Just make sure that you get a unit or 2 which suit your style of play. So try not to be influenced by your opponent's moves and things like that in the middle of a game. So we're going to show you the next game. So that's me getting to 5 stars. And this next game is a game where I am 5 stars. I believe my opponent is an 8-star silver, so he has 1 retainer more than me, but that's all. So it's a pretty even game. My build, I got 4 lone swords. I have a long Yari Ashigo. I have the baseball monks. I have 3 Nationality Warrior Monk Cav and a light Cav, and a Waco Raiders. Yeah, again, this is a rush build. I'd already decided beforehand what I wanted to do. I wanted to just get into my opponent and basically destroy the hell out of him. These maps with hills, if you take too many bow units and things like that, you tend to find you in a standoff, and no one really wants to attack the other, and you can get quite a boring game. So it does really depend what kind of map you're on. And I had a game on this map the other day, where I was on one side of the hill, the opponent was on the other, and it was just like basically just shooting each other out for a long period of time, because I took a 2 defensive build. So I decided I was going to take a more attacking build on this map this time. My opponent's quite a decent bow general. I've also changed my general to a bow general, but he's not a particularly good one. Not yet. So my light cav are the ones going in front, and basically they're just going to sod around a little bit and try and draw my opponent out. The idea is I want his cav to come and engage me. As soon as his cav engage me, I've got 3 really good quality warrior monk cav, which can literally destroy his cav in seconds. So I thought he was going to then, but he pulled them back. My bow general was just shooting at his katana sams, but his general's now switched targets off the light cav and started shooting at me, so I'm going to pull him back because his bow general's a lot better. So keep moving my light cav around, try and force him to make a charge towards me, bring him in. And he does eventually take the bait, so he eventually does charge my light cav, so I'm going to charge my light cav into him. And as you can see, all 3 of my other cav are just going to go crashing straight into him. And basically having a cheap light cav or something like that is kind of like drawing out units, something that you can use to make your opponent make mistakes is always very helpful. I've managed to take the defense dojo now with my Waco. They're still walking, so you still don't know what unit is there, although you must realise there's a unit there by now. But these cav are getting shot up by bows, but they're going to be more than effective because I've got the defense dojo now, which adds armor to you. So although these monk cav have very poor armor, they're going to have a little bit of extra armor because I've got that defense dojo, so it didn't really bother me too much. My bow general there is shooting at a hill, so even though he's got bows, he's still shooting at the hill, so he's not a particularly good shot. So as I said, my cav managed to destroy his in literally seconds, just get rid of him really, really quick. So now I'm just going to attack, and there's no cav to worry about my lone swords, because lone swords attack from the back, die off in literally no time at all. So you've got to be very careful. I'm going to form up a spill wall with my long Yaria Shogun, which should hold. They're pretty decent. They got 24 defense with the Ranyo teaching retainer, so they got 24 defense with that. When you're taking lone swords, really the Ranyo teaching is pretty handy because it gives you decent boost to your morale and your defense, which is something that these lone swords do not have. So you can experience up your attack, and these lone swords are still pretty effective, even though they've been capped and nerfed and all kinds of things happen to them. They're still pretty effective, especially on these low fun games. So I didn't really have any until I started going experience, going up a level to gold. So I decided to get some because it made it easier in these low fun games. So I'm going to send in my cav on his bows. My swords are just outflanking on both flanks. I sent in my baseball monks, and as you can see, I'm attacking on all different flanks at the same time. And really, it's just kind of like making sure his units are attacking all over the place at the same time, and hopefully I'll have advantages in areas as well. If you can see at the bottom, I've got advantages. I'm attacking in the rear and the front, and at the top advantage cav on bows, now cav on general. The only place I didn't really have an advantage was against his spears on the left, where my other lone swords were. But everywhere else I was making sure I had a numerical advantage over him. All 3 of my monk cav had war cry on them as well, but I just hit them all at the same time. It didn't really matter at this point. As soon as my cav went behind, it was pretty straightforward. So it was a good game of my opponent. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Got loads more games to post out of this series, so I'm going to try and do about 4 or 5 from each level. So, okay guys, I'll see you later. Bye bye.